Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, NFL show. We are now in the divisional rounds. Last weekend's games with the wild card were not fun. Hot Bob?
They're all right. They're kind of okay. Well, there was one good one, right?
Sort of.
Like, I didn't care. It was just noise.
Yeah, sort of. It was one of those things where it was like, why did we have a second? Why did we take away that bye for the number 2 seed?
Right.
Like, it didn't really make all that much sense.
It's like every sports playoffs is turning into like the cyclical thing that like cable is, where it's like, oh, everyone's cutting the cord, and now there's 20 streaming services, and eventually someone will bundle it, and you'll just have fucking cable again.
Yeah. Right.
The playoffs just keep expanding and being dumber until eventually everyone gets in, and we just play like a regular season, and the winner of the regular season becomes.
They went over
champion.
this in basketball.
Yeah.
Right? Remember Bob Costas and or who was the other guy? It was Bob Costas and
Al
somebody.
Michaels.
Al Michaels. And they were like in the 9th month of the NHL playoffs or
Yeah.
some shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, this was a lot for me. Because most of these games are boring as shit. And if you gambled on them, I took look, if you're not subscribed to Drinking Bros Sports on Facebook, do it. It's free, but you can see the actual picks. My bookie was offering a 10-point spread, which I've never seen before. So I went all in on that, obviously, because I think it's hilarious. Turns out that was the only way I won a couple of these on that parlay card. First and foremost, we'll start off with this Raiders-Bengals game. 26-19, spread was 6.5.
It was a good game.
That was a good game.
Was a good game. They won by 7.
They fucked me on the cover though. Man, god damn it. I said they wouldn't cover. It was 5.5 when I bet.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got me by a 1.5.
Well, they got you. They had a shot towards the end, and then classic Raiders just obviously choked.
Yeah,
blew
the Raiders boned me on that one.
Kurt Summers. The Raiders are the fucking Raiders. I don't see them getting better. There was a lot of chatter after the game about the whistle.
That ball was out of his hand.
The
by
ball
time
was essentially in
Yeah.
the
Like,
receiver's hands.
That whistle
Yeah.
doesn't do
The whistle
anything.
was there, yeah.
Also, what do they say? Play through the whistle?
Yeah.
And what wasn't I mean, technically speaking, it would have been a penalty on the Raiders anyways. So they almost did it like a soccer style, playing the advantage, right?
Right, yeah.
Just relax, folks.
I had zero problems with any of those calls. Raiders fans did. Raiders fans, just look at your fucking team. You're the goddamn Raiders. Like, this is what you do every year.
They should have felt lucky to have gotten that far.
Yeah.
And then been happy with this result.
If you
Well, I
want to
had
win
faith in
playoff
them,
games,
unfortunately.
don't draft players who light ladies on fire.
well, R.I.P. to her, you know?
I think Henry Ruggs III's attorneys are trying to exhume that body so they can see if it was something weird or some shit. Like
Yeah, like a
doing
car lighter.
Yeah, no, it wasn't not like that, but they're doing something weird right now. It's not a good look.
No. Well, they're trying. Look, they're trying everything they can. You can't. To me, you can't make a case out of being 3 times over the limit and then smashing into somebody on the Vegas Strip at 156 miles an hour. You got nothing there.
No, I just feel like just kill that guy, move on.
Yeah,
Like that woman's family should get to kill him. That's what I think.
I was in the hospital, so I didn't see or hear about this. I remember asking somebody about a fantasy football question. I was like, "Why are you starting Ruggs?" Dead serious, and they were like, "You don't fucking know." And I was like, "Dude, I was gonna fucking come. I have no idea." And then I saw that footage, and then I saw TMZ had footage of him after it happened.
Yeah, he was
sitting on the curb.
He was doing a TikTok dance in front of her smoking body.
Oof. It's called the Walker, the Paul Walker.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Fast and Furious.
He's just dabbing.
Or the Ryan Dunn.
Yeah,
Both are
God.
applicable.
Yeah,
Dunn's was worse because Dunn went off like a cliff into a forest. So, like, you got to think. Like,
but he
Right
hit it.
into
No,
a
he hit a
tree.
tree.
Hit a
He hit a
well,
tree 8 feet.
Tree stopped him.
Yeah.
It was 8 feet high. He was 8 feet off the ground. So
yeah.
That's not great.
no, but it's a great way to die. Being burned alive in the car like that woman was. That's horrific.
Not great, yeah.
But that guy's fucked.
Speaking of burned alive, the Patriots got burned alive by the Bills. I thought that the Bills coaching staff did a really good job of not letting – they did what Kirby Smart did in the national championship versus what Kirby Smart did in the SEC championship game, which is what happened to them earlier in the season, which is let Belichick get in your head.
Yeah.
Like, what's he going to do? And you try to game plan around that. No, you've got a really good team. Just play your game. Maybe the weather slows it down a little bit, but it didn't happen here, and they fucking blew them the fuck out.
I think they scored on 7 consecutive drives. This game was over at halftime, 47-17, and there was a late touchdown that even got it to 17. I mean, it was.
I'm not a big Sean McDermott fan, so I just don't like. I think they lose games they shouldn't on a regular basis, and usually that's a reflection of either the coach or the defensive or not defensive, but the team captains, like the offensive and defensive captains. The Bills are kind of young, I guess, on the offensive side.
Yeah.
The quarterback and the best receiver. Well, Diggs is he's like 26 or 27. But
Yeah, I think their line is fairly experienced too.
Yeah,
I
the
know
line is experienced.
Mitch
yeah.
Morse is their center, and he came in the league in like
but
2014.
whenever I see teams that are super good, that like the fucking Cowboys, for example, there's no leadership on that team from the fucking top all the way down.
Right.
And we'll talk about that in a minute. But that's why when you go into a game like this where you have a Nick Saban or a Belichick on one side and a guy that seems like he can be affected by the other coach on the other side, I'll give the Saban the benefit of the doubt, even though he's doing stupid shit in politics now.
So because of what you said was why I didn't bet on the Bills in this game. That's the only game I lost on the weekend, and I had this teased up to 11. I thought the Patriots with Belichick at 11 was pretty fucking safe, and I got annihilated by this game. I won the Bengals game. I got annihilated by this game, but the Bills, based on what they looked like during the regular season, was why I just couldn't pull the trigger. I still don't know who this team is, because if this exact team from this game shows up against the Chiefs, they'll beat the fucking Chiefs. Mm-hmm. But will they or won't they? I don't know. We'll get to that in a minute.
The Chiefs and Patriots are way different.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, if Josh Allen,
Talent-wise.
I'll say this: if Josh Allen runs the ball 10 or more times, they have a really good chance of winning that game. If he runs it 9 or less times, they have no shot at winning that game.
Yeah, and look, it depends on which Chief team is going to show up as well. Like, they've been hit or miss all year as well, and who fucking knows? But I was not expecting this at all. This game shocked me. The rest of it, I could understand. Eagles-Buccaneers. Why is Jalen Hurts still the quarterback, and why didn't they swap out Minshew at halftime?
Well, we can all just blame Jalen Reagor for just completely ruining the momentum. It was 17-0. Mm-hmm. We finally got to stop. Defense was starting to click. I mean, all their offensive linemen were starting to go down. So it's like, okay, we might be able to like hold them to 17 points.
Yeah.
And then Jalen Reagor tries to catch the ball at his feet. Doesn't call a fair catch, completely ruins the momentum, and the game was over then. I mean, Hurts was whatever. He sucked, but
I don't get. Why not? Because look, everybody on Twitter was calling for Minshew at halftime.
nobody on Twitter was calling for Minshew except
Everyone.
you.
It was trending.
You were the only person calling for
Trending
Minshew.
on Twitter. Every single person was like, put in Minshew. Like every single look. Jalen Hurts was 23 of 43.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
2 interceptions. And even
To be
on
fair, though,
43 passes, he only had 250 yards.
People aren't calling for Minshew to get into the game because they think he's going to win the game.
I believe that he could.
They like mullets and jean shorts, and that's
Yeah.
the only
That's
reason.
the only reason.
They were just like, the game's over. Let's at least have a meme run around
Yeah.
and play quarterback.
Also,
forever.
Troy Aikman was bringing up a lot of good points throughout the game. Where,
For real?
Yeah, he was just saying like Devonta Smith is open, like
Open the entire
the
game.
entire game, and they just couldn't find Devonta Smith. And when he tried and he forced that ball,
It was short. It was always short. The ball was always short.
he just took too long squaring up his shoulders to make that throw into the end zone, which he got picked.
he was like barely good in college. It's bananas to me that he's a
I had
NFL starter.
zero expectations for Jalen Hurts
Yeah.
coming in, but like he's kind of won me over this year.
Well, you can tell the difference between dudes who throw the ball and pass the ball and guide the ball, right? It's 3 different things. A thrower is a thrower. He's going to be off a lot. A guy that guides the ball, he's going to spike the ball on the ground all the time. Dak Prescott is a guider. He tries to guide the ball because he's not confident in his ability to throw it. A passer is somebody that does a little bit of both. Like Tom Brady, he's got a hose. He can and he's accurate. Aaron Rodgers, hose, accurate.
I have a special place in my heart for the worm burners like Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Boy.
That dude would fucking throw. He wasn't as bad as Favre, though. You'd be 6 yards away, and Favre would throw the ball as hard as he can right at your face.
Yeah.
It's your job to catch it,
A
though.
lot of balls at feet, though, with McNabb.
Yeah,
but he had James Thrash. He had fucking Todd Pinkston. We didn't have a whole lot of talent back then.
No.
T.O.
For a
one
year.
year.
T.O.
2
You had
years.
T.O.
For 2 years,
You went
yeah.
to the Super Bowl.
We're talking those NFC Championship games before T.O. T.O. got us to the Super Bowl.
You did.
Yeah, Brian Westbrook
Yeah, Westbrook was great.
Westbrook's
Staley.
Westbrook was one of the first guys who at tailback who might have been better running out of the flat and catching passes than he ever was at running.
He
the
was
ball.
great. Yeah,
He
him
was
and
so
LaDainian
fucking
Tomlinson
good.
were great, and Falk.
Yeah, when they had Westbrook and who's the other
Deuce
guy?
Staley.
Deuce Staley
Yeah.
at
We
the
had,
same time. That was like
Buck Halter.
that was really
He's like
good.
a kind of a
Yeah.
three-headed monster.
So as a fan of this team, is Jalen Hurts the quarterback next year?
Yes. Why isn't he?
He's fucking awful.
He
Yeah, but
wasn't that bad.
who else is gonna be the
throughout the
quarterback?
season? Yeah. I mean, who are we going to draft? I mean, we have three.
I wouldn't
We have
burn-
3 picks, but like I don't like anybody in the draft better
Yeah, I
than
wouldn't
Hurts.
burn one on a quarterback this year.
Yeah,
What's the point?
thanks to fucking Wentz performing well enough to get the Colts to where they were, but also not make the playoffs. We have their pick.
Yeah.
So that's sick.
There was a rumor that the Eagles could be looking at Pickett.
Sure, I guess. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jalen Hurts isn't the fucking answer.
Kenny Pickett seems like he's already 30.
He might
He's been
be. College
at
for 6 years?
Pitt for forever.
Yeah.
He beat Clemson in like 2017.
Look, I think that kid can throw. Watching Jalen Hurts, it's a goddamn mystery. I mean, it was brutal to watch. Just absolutely fucking brutal. At one point, it was 31-0. 31-0 in that Eagles game. They still didn't switch quarterbacks with that fucking guy.
This is America. Don't fucking
down
change
with the
your mind.
ship.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy to me.
Speaking of going down with the ship, Cowboys fans always go down with the ship.
Where's Sean?
He's dead.
Did he bounce right before the Cowboys segment?
Yeah.
Boy,
He's moving.
you want to talk about shit in the bed. So look, that 10-point teaser was why I won this. Because that swung back around and I won this by 1 fucking point.
Yeah, if there's one thing that fucking Sirianni and the Eagles can do is they'll backdoor for you.
Yeah, look, they backdoor covered for me with that 15 points. When they went for 2, by the
always
way,
go for 2.
If they would have missed going for 2, I would have
You would've
lost that
lost,
bet.
yeah.
And luckily they got it. But this Cowboys game was another backdoor cover for me. Shout out to the Cowboys for scoring 10 in the fourth. But this game really wasn't that close either until the end of the game when they got the ball back and you were like, all right, great, what's going to happen now? And then
Nothing.
Dak Prescott runs the ball up the middle?
That wasn't a bad play call per
Oh.
se because it worked. It's
did
just he
work.
went too far.
Yeah,
Like he should have gone down
5 seconds before.
Yeah.
Maybe had a little bit more time. You got to realize the ref's got to touch the ball.
Right. He's just dumb. Also though, like
Dumb.
all the like shit at the end, like what was that call? Blah blah blah. Like the Cowboys had 14 penalties, and a lot of them were like slapdick penalties at the worst possible
Yeah,
time.
they were. I think 12 of their 14 penalties were pre-snap penalties.
Yeah.
That's too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14 penalties of any kind, but pre-snap penalties are basically like unforced errors.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are you doing? It's not like they had 1 or 2. I think the other 2 were unintentional face masks, or one
There
was
was
intentional.
a hands to the face.
Yeah,
that-
one was
that
a hands to
fucked
the
them.
face,
Yeah.
and then there was another one. But I think 12 of them were like lining up in the fucking neutral zone,
Right.
and shit like that. And then they had one series where they had like 3 false starts in a row or some shit. It was
was
a big
so
drive.
bad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. When a team comes in, like they should have beat the 49ers. They got a better team. There's no question about that. But the 49ers, I know you hate Shanahan and shit, but they're better coach than the Cowboys
Shanahan's
are.
a great coach.
He is. And just
He's a great coach. He's not a good
Don't put him in the
offensive
Super Bowl.
coordinator,
Yeah, just, him versus fourth quarter leads when he has double-digit leads. Not great,
He's
but
fine outside of the Super Bowl. Great coach outside of the Super Bowl.
They did it this time. In this game, they played it exactly the way they should
It's
have.
not the Super Bowl.
It's not. I know. Rob is certain that he's going to find a way to surprise us with some new stupid bullshit. Between
The
now-
49ers?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
that's me too.
Because this one, like, we were watching the game, and it's, all right, cool, you're up. And he's just running the ball and running the ball and running the ball. I'm like, all right, maybe they're going to.
It's what you should do with Garoppolo as your quarterback. 'Cause I don't
the
believe in
fact
him
that the
either.
Fucking Cowboys got the ball back with what, like 30 seconds
They got it
left?
back twice
Yeah,
in the
twice.
last 3 minutes.
Twice.
But
Oh my
like
God.
they had no business getting that ball back, and they're fucking trying to blame the refs.
Yeah.
They had no
For losing
business
that
being
game.
in that game, to be
Yeah, and
honest
then
with you.
Dak Prescott is some reporter was like, actually they were throwing trash at the refs. Now you goes, oh, I commend them then.
He got
Oh.
fined today, by the way.
Yeah, he should get suspended for that statement. He should get suspended for like half of the next season. You can't fucking authorize your fans to attack refs, especially when you're wrong. You stupid
I approve
fuck.
of that. I actually approve of that.
You know what's funny? So I took my kid to a Carolina Hurricanes game, NHL, over the break. And did you know they put out tents now for the referees to walk in and out of so people don't throw trash at the referees.
That makes a special.
Hurricane fans, that like
That's what I was
Brutal.
asking. I was like, Jesus Christ.
D-Law was just using his helmet as a fucking bat.
Yeah.
Just swatting shit
Hey,
out.
hey,
mean,
look
like-
who just showed up right after the Cowboys segment.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
Sean.
that's convenient.
So why don't you pop in? Sean, grab a mic. Cowboys are out. They're all done for the year. We Dem Boys is you got to put the cools away. You got to put the jean shorts away. It's going to be a long season. What happened to the Cowboys, Sean, as a fan?
As a fan, the same thing that happens every year. Good in the regular season, bad in the postseason.
Yeah. Can you win with Dak Prescott?
I think you can. I mean,
I
you
truly think
you
you
can
can,
win
too.
with average quarterbacks.
That's
Include
true,
Trent Dilfer.
it is not Dak. It is fucking coaching.
Yeah.
Their
I agree
coach-
with
Mike
that.
McCarthy right after Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come on. There's
Mike
like
McCarthy
two
is
clowns.
a fucking clown. He had, for a very extended period of time, probably the best physically and mentally gifted quarterback ever. And I don't think anybody, honestly, talent-wise, I don't think anybody is close to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have the Mamba shit that Tom Brady does. But as far as being a quarterback, I think he's way better than anybody that's ever done that shit before. We'll see what happens with Mahomes.
Yeah.
But he pissed it away. McCarthy pissed it away for years.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I don't think they can win with Dak. And one of the greatest statements ever made was you and I with Post Malone. And he was wearing that Cowboys jersey. And I go, we went to a game with him. And I go, man, the Cowboys will never win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. And he looks at me and he goes, that's one of my best friends. Dead serious. And somebody from his team, we came over afterwards and like, you have to apologize. I was like, no, it's completely true. They will never win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. Do you think they will, Sean?
It just depends. Like Jerry Jones was on the Fan today, and they're asking him what they think the future of McCarthy is, and he's like, I have to think about it. So like there could be a decision made. I'm
Bring in
out on
Harbaugh.
McCarthy.
Fire fucking McCarthy and bring in Harbaugh now while his name's in the fucking
Yeah.
pot.
Well,
I'd be in on that. I
Would
like
you
that.
really?
Yeah.
The latest rumors
Harbaugh?
is the Raiders.
Maybe, but Harbaugh does like to reestablish places, I guess. So the 49ers sucked a bit between when Jeff Garcia left and when he showed up. It was a pretty rough time for them. So he likes those projects, but man, that's a bit of a project.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, you also got to think about too. They're going to lose a lot of players on offense. They're talking about
The Cowboys?
I think that window may be closed.
Yeah.
like this was their last shot, and it might be over.
I mean, look, there's so much. Here's the thing about the Cowboys, and I'll be genuine with you, Sean.
You're in
There's
the NFC
so
East.
much, yeah, and you're in the NFC East, and there's so much talent on the Cowboys. I mean, defensively and offensively, where you're like, man, what the fuck is the problem with these guys?
They
It's-
start off slow, and it's weird. Like every year, like that year where they almost beat the Packers in Dallas, they were down. It was like 21-10 at halftime, but they came back and ended up losing by 2 points. But like if they start off fast, you win that game.
Yeah, they're unexplainable to me. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that team. Who's all gone from them in the offense this year?
You're thinking about Amari Cooper. You also got to think like what's going to happen with Zeke. Are you going to deal? Are you just going to cut him? And,
Just cut him. Who cares?
And just
Yeah.
Tony
get-
Pollard's better.
Yeah. I think you should cut him.
I think they cut him and they probably draft like a third or fourth round running back
all
to
you gotta
replace
do.
him.
Never pay a
Never
running
draft
back
a
more than
running back in
minimum
the
wage.
first round.
I think you're fine with getting rid of Cooper as well. He's getting older. CeeDee Lamb is the new guy.
I don't think CeeDee Lamb's a number one guy though.
No,
This is a man with a CD Lamb jersey, by the way.
I do have it.
He's
Yeah.
your deep and crossing threat for sure. Like he's not your guy that you're throwing to on fucking every down or anything like that. But that's an important piece. I mean, between him and Amari Cooper, why would they lose Amari Cooper?
Contract. He's up. His
Well,
contract.
they're gonna
he's,
cut-
not, he's not up yet, but
He's got another year left on his contract, and Zeke is probably going to get cut. Let's be real
Yeah,
about that.
Zeke.
Right?
That's one of the worst contracts I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You pay what? I
$45
remember-
million, I think, for him.
It's an insane number
Is
for
there-
a running back.
Is there dead money in the
Yes.
NFL? How's that work?
idea.
Like if they cut him, I know they've paid his money already, but is it still a cap hit?
Yes.
Because it was for
Yeah. 1 year.
For
For that
1
year, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're good enough, though, salary cap is never an issue. Like
Look at
the
the
Rams
Rams.
have been in salary cap hell for like a decade now, and they've
Saints.
somehow gotten
Yeah.
everybody on their team.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen with that Cowboys team because McCarthy's only been there 2 years. I don't know.
What about
you can't
Sean Payton?
fire him.
Yeah, I was going to say, throw the fucking bank at
Now,
Sean
if,
Payton.
if Payton's
He lives in
in
Dallas.
Yeah, if Sean Payton's in, and by the way, our sources are telling us he's going to leave, but he's not going to leave for another coaching position. He's actually going to go into the booth. So he's going to take a gig, is what
Well,
we
I know
were
all
told
those
3 days ago.
I know all those defensive guys at Dallas would love to have Sean Payton as their fucking coach.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, they would love that.
Sean Payton
Not-
would be a fantastic coach for
No,
the Cowboys.
no offense to, I think Quinn does a decent job, but fucking Mike McCarthy's a clown. I said earlier in the season, I said he's the worst coach in football. Do you agree with me now?
Not in the NFL. I think he's very average, but he's like his time management.
Dude, nobody
Okay.
gets less with more ever in the history of the NFL than
Yeah.
this motherfucker right here.
You know who he kind of has a career track of right now, but obviously this other person ascended over it?
Bobby Cox?
Andy Reid.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
He's Andy Reid before Andy Reid won a
Remember,
Super Bowl.
when Andy Reid, like even his second year in Kansas City, people were like, he's good, but he'll never do anything.
That's so fucking disrespectful. to
Yeah,
Andy Reid.
it is so disrespectful.
What are you
Andy
talking
Reid
about?
is one
Mike
of the
McCarthy's
greatest
lost a
offense-
shit ton of NFC championship games. Mike McCarthy,
They're tied in Super Bowl wins.
Cowboys didn't win as many fucking NFC East titles as fucking.
No,
like,
for
Andy
sure.
would just win that
but
every
he's,
fucking year.
he's Andy,
Yeah, but he's talking about the
Andy-
Packer years.
Yeah, and Andy's already redeemed himself too, right? So if Mike McCarthy goes on somehow by the grace of the devil or something to win 3 fucking NFL titles, then you would feel differently about what you're saying. I'm just saying, don't fucking judge his comment based on McCarthy's progress
also,
up till now.
you know, the talent. Let's not think the Eagles were fucking loaded all those years.
Not even anywhere close to what Dallas is.
or what Green
yeah.
Bay was.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even in the same ballpark.
But also, the Eagles lost to some questionable ass teams.
Those fucking that Panther team with
Yeah.
Delhomme.
Yeah.
But that Panther team's defense was pretty fucking legit.
Yeah, but still, you can't lose to Delhomme.
How many
Doesn't
how
exist.
how many really good defenses with shitty quarterbacks won in that time period?
Couple.
Right? The fucking
Bucks,
Buccaneers, and then
Ravens.
the Ravens, and then these guys.
Yeah.
We blew
Right.
to that Kurt Warner Cardinal team.
And to the Kurt Warner Rams.
Well, the Rams were
Those
the
were good.
greatest
though.
show
Yeah.
on turf.
That Cardinals
The
team was
Buccaneers
fucking
were
dope, though, too.
one of the best defenses to ever play football.
That Bucks team was
That whole Bucks team was
whelming.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
To be honest, no, they were just power all around, except for work done, I guess.
Yeah.
But
And Brad Johnson.
well, Brad Johnson had a power forehead.
That's true.
Really powerful.
But Mike Allstott played half of that season with a broken neck.
Yeah.
But he was so much bigger and stronger than everybody.
That's my
You
favorite
just-
football player of all time.
Yeah, he's the best.
had-
I thought he was wearing like really big shoulder pads, and it just turns out it's just traps. I'm like, oh my god, this
And
guy's
the
a
neck roll.
fucking monster.
I had
He-
the neck roll in football just because of Mike Allstott.
He DM'd me to come on Drinkin' Bros, and then I think he actually looked up what we talked about.
Oh yeah, that's probably.
And then immediately bolted.
Really?
Because I think he's got a podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Mike Allstott would fall into
That's what I said. I was
Seems
like,
very
hey.
Urlacher-esque.
where, did
Yeah.
where did he go to college?
Not sure, actually.
Check it out.
Not sure. I think he ate his roommate in college, though. This is how he got that big. To
He
start off
definitely
with.
had a twin in the wound and ate that.
Yeah,
He
for sure. And
seems
gained
like
all his power.
He's like an accidental juggernaut from X-Men. Like
Yeah.
if he starts moving, he just can't stop.
He went to Purdue. He probably ate that cancer kid.
Oh, yeah. Purdue.
Bang that drum.
Shit, dude. Shit. Next up was the Steelers-Chiefs game. We all bet the house on this.
Yeah.
And we all won on this. Big Ben, boy. I
Although
was just
no,
praying for him
hand
to
up,
stay
I think
alive.
I think I said Steelers on the show. But
D-
in real life, I went with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I got it. It was late when I got it, and it was up to 12.5, and I still took it.
Yeah.
I teased it down to 6.5.
No point.
Just to do it. Look, just to do it, okay? Because I play it pretty safe. And surprisingly, with how much shit I talk, but I play it pretty safe. So I teased it down to 6.5. But I'm looking at these numbers here: 400 yards for Mahomes and 5 TDs.
That all happened in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then
and if they play like this, they're going to stomp the Bills. I just don't know.
The worst thing the Steelers did was T.J. Watt getting that touchdown. Waking
Oh,
the
yeah.
Chiefs up.
Yeah.
If it was just 0-0 going into half,
The Steelers got a shot.
Steelers would have covered.
You
Yeah.
gotta. It's like
Yeah.
Buster Douglas fighting Mike Tyson. You gotta let him wear himself out first.
They ended up putting three touchdowns on them in the second quarter. Bang, bang, bang. And then
Woke 'em
after
up,
that,
yeah.
they just fucking coasted and annihilated them. Big Ben is done, right? He's not coming back.
Oh
he's
man,
done.
I hope he like lingers around. It's just so all the Steeler fans in my life,
He's gonna go to
have
the-
to dread him potentially coming back. Like a month before preseason,
Yeah.
he's just kind of contemplating it in his head. He's like, I don't know, maybe I want to come back. Like
Pull a fucking Andrew Luck on it.
Yeah, so look, they
the
asked
Favre, go full Favre.
Yeah, go full Favre. They asked Tomlin after the game, after the game, who was going to be the quarterback then? You know, if they were going to have a competition between Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins. He said he was leaning towards Haskins, which is surprising because Haskins was the third string on this
They're
team this year.
drafting someone, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Kenny
they're
Pickett,
taking
baby.
Kenny Pickett.
Pickett would just be the perfect fit, I guess.
Come on down the road.
I hope that Ben waivers and like maybe comes back because I want to see, and then I hope he does because I want to see how out of shape he can get.
Yep.
When he's not even sure if he's going to be a
He's
professional
gonna have to come onto the field in a fucking rascal scooter before too long, right? Gee,
One last ride.
he's gonna have his feet fucking bound up from the diabetes eating them.
Man.
You fucking kidding me? Get out of here with that shit. As for this game, the Chiefs, Mahomes is Mahomes, right? But if the Chiefs don't run the ball better against the Bills, they are not going to win that game.
I 100% agree. When your leading rusher is it McKinnon?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the backup for the Vikings.
Edwards Hilaire didn't play.
No, he's out.
Yeah.
And so is Williams. Williams was out too. So like, fuck, man. Yes, the Chiefs can be beat, but they're going to have to go yard all the time because 61 yards, 12 carries for McKinnon. That's your leading rusher. For
Well,
Chiefs.
the Bills have one of the top pass rushes in the league. That's the problem you're facing now.
Mm-hmm.
And remember last season, the Chiefs, the only thing that stopped the Chiefs was their fucking shitty offensive line.
Right.
Now they've improved it, but you're one fucking rolled ankle away from the Bills just blowing that team the fuck up. So,
yeah.
So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Though.
For sure. And then last but not least was this Cardinals-Rams game. It turns out Kyler Murray looked like Robert Reich out there. Just 4'11". I've never seen him look tinier.
No.
And as the game went on, he kept getting smaller and smaller and
That's
smaller.
because on every play, Donald and fucking Von Miller are bearing down on him.
Yeah.
That's good. That'll make you look small.
Rams
giants.
are
Yeah.
stacked on defense.
Their
Their
defense
defense is great.
They have three. I mean, look, Von Miller hasn't been playing as well as he used to the last year and a half or so. And, well, he was hurt in 2020,
Yeah,
right?
I think so, something
Or
like that.
2019, one of those years he missed pretty much the whole year. But he hasn't looked like himself up until the last 3 weeks. And now he looks like fucking peak Von Miller. And that is not good
And-
for anybody that plays them.
You got peak performance from OBJ.
And, yeah.
I mean,
Like
He's
how
on fire.
threw a fucking dime.
He
I
said he
saw-
got drug tested immediately afterwards,
Yeah.
too. Like, dude,
Get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
I mean, if you test him for anything, test him for having shit on him.
Exactly. But because of his unbelievable resurgence here in L.A.,
It's not a resurgence. I saw a great meme the other day, and it says Baker Mayfield's such a piece of shit at quarterback that he had everybody convinced that OBJ was washed.
This game became a dance on Oklahoma football.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
Grave
Yeah.
game.
yeah.
Yeah, he should have brought an LSU flag and planted it in fucking midfield or something.
This was a blowout. It was never close. It was 21-0 at halftime in this. I think all of us took the Rams in this game. We won, and then I teased down the over as well. I posted that in Drinkin Bros Sports. That ended up hitting for Rams kicked a field goal for no reason with about 3 or 4 minutes left to go. Thank you, Rams. Covered that by 1 point, but it wasn't like Stafford was that great. He was
Hasn't been.
He was 200 yards. He had 202 yards passing in this game.
Yeah, but he didn't need to be. I mean, you're talking about an elite quarterback, right? Maybe not in the playoffs. You haven't seen him in the playoffs yet, but he is responsible for the two top receiving yards guys of all time.
I think that was a lot of Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson was really good.
Was it a lot of
Stafford's
Cooper
great.
Kupp too? Who nobody gave a fuck about Cooper Kupp until like 12 minutes ago.
He's pretty
Right?
fucking good.
He's good, but he was like a top third in the league guy until this year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
he
but-
wasn't a fucking top guy.
You know, it's racism in the NFL. People
Yeah,
just forget
it
about
is.
white receivers.
Yeah,
It is.
right.
And they just kind of get let loose.
Everybody forgets about Riley Cooper.
Everybody. But look, with this shit, man, I don't know what to I don't know what to think of this game because it was never close. It didn't seem like the Rams really had to try at all in the second half. So it was a slow second half, and it seemed like the Arizona Cardinals were just content to let the clock run out in the second half. I've never seen a team just give up like that.
There's another good meme going around that shows like Cliff Kingsbury's second half record every year at Texas Tech and with the Cardinals, and it's fucking well under 500. Like it's terrible.
Wasn't he 13-19 with Mahomes as quarterback?
I don't remember what his record with Mahomes.
I mean,
but those Tech teams weren't good.
It's impossible to get anyone to go to Lubbock.
Is their record?
I haven't been there.
It's fucking miserable.
Is it really?
It's a slaughter town.
Is that true?
Yes.
I didn't know
it
that.
They
smells
just
like
have
cow
slaughterhouses that it smells like shit, just dead meat.
Oh, that's funny. I had no idea. I've
It's
never
in the
been
middle
there.
of nowhere, Texas. It's gross.
No one's ever asked us to go to a Texas Tech game.
It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre type vibes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Like it's like there's a decent chance that someone will kill you like Javier Bardem
That's
in
great.
fucking No
No
Country.
Country
Like
for
he'll
Old
take
Men,
the
yeah.
bolt and like
Yeah.
that's just their weapon of choice out there.
That makes sense.
That's great. Yeah, but this game wasn't close. I've said this since day one. I don't think Kyler Murray's an NFL quarterback. Go to the A's. Is that a possibility? Everybody kept showing that meme too.
No,
Go
because
back to baseball.
what's he? 25 now.
Something like that. He's pretty young.
It's pretty young.
Yeah, pretty young, but 25. He goes back in the minor league system. It takes him 3 years to get to the Major League Baseball. He's 28 on his fucking rookie contract for the next 5.5 years.
Yeah.
He's 33.
He's great. He's
24.
just not super durable.
He's tiny.
Yeah. So like the beginning of the season, that's when you ride Kyler Murray.
Yeah. He's good in fantasy because he'll just run around and fuck shit up.
But then he fucks up his ankle, and
Yes.
that lingers all season.
Yeah. I don't know how they win with him. Who was it? It was the older Watt after the game who was just like, man, there's a lot we need to improve
I think he
on
said
for
the
this
season
team.
was a total failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was.
I mean, Cliff probably had a party to go to.
Probably. DeAndre Hopkins being out didn't help.
No.
I mean, he's
So
one of
you're
the best
saying-
wide receivers when he's healthy,
yeah,
but
having the best receiver in the league not in the lineup, that could hurt.
Right.
has a little bit to do, but I don't know that it would have made a difference in this fucking game. And this game was just a blowout from start to finish.
The Rams have one of the best players at each critically key defensive positions. I don't give a shit who you're running out there. You're going to run into some trouble with these guys.
Yeah.
Especially now. I mean, points come at a premium in the playoffs usually.
Every level of their defense has like what, a top 5 defender?
Yep. But as David Wagner in the chat has pointed out, they have no draft picks for like 3 years.
Yeah. This
None.
is their shot right
Which
now.
I respect. Go in. Go all in.
Talking about the Rams?
Push it all in, yeah.
So the Rams, look, and they admitted this I think it was 2 years ago. You and I were at the Super Bowl for that Rams Super Bowl. They admitted, they were like, look, we're mortgaged to the fucking hilt on this one. We've got to win, and we want to win right now. I respect it. Fuck it. I mean, that's what you should do. Try to win every fucking year. I mean,
Draft picks aren't guaranteed.
no.
They had plenty of draft picks at the end of their St. Louis tenure when they fleeced Washington for fucking Robert Griffin or whatever.
Nobody wants
that
to be in
trade.
St. Louis. That's a terrible city. That's the only city that when I checked into the hotel, they said, don't worry, sir, we'll have somebody watching your car. And I was like, why? And they were like, oh, well, there's a lot of fucking
Sounds like
crime
they
here.
go the extra mile for you. Sounds like a nice city. I don't know what you're complaining about. The friendliness, the
Yeah.
service.
Yeah, which part of the city were you in there, bruv? Because it varies from east to west. You know what
Does
I
it
mean?
really?
Yeah, like every city.
So we went to the Cardinals game. It was a World Series game. Cardinals World Series, whatever was close nearby there. And Jesus Christ, when they said, don't worry, sir. And he'll be sitting there all night. And so I looked out the window later on, and this fucking guy was sitting in a chair in the parking lot all night long.
Was this
So
pre
they
or
had a
post
parking
Ballpark
lot
Village?
attendant? What is
Yeah.
what?
No, it was not a parking lot attendant.
It was probably just some homeless dude trying to grift.
That's
you for money.
exactly what it looked like, but he had a Sheridan jacket on, whatever the fuck.
You can
hotel we
get
were
those
staying
anyway.
in.
You can get those
Yeah.
in the dumpster.
I know.
Found that in a dumpster. Probably
Yeah.
found like an airport light.
Yeah.
Way.
Is that
Yeah.
guy just
You grew up in Atlanta. If you take a wrong turn in any street in downtown Atlanta,
Oh, yeah.
some dude shows up with a bottle of mysterious blue liquid and newspaper. Where the fuck are you even getting newspaper?
Yeah.
Like they don't print them anymore.
That's what
So
I
he just
appreciate
streaks
about-
ink all over your window. He's like, "Hey, can I have some money?"
I can
appreciate
admit that
about
Atlanta was shitty, though. Like, people have a real pride in their... And I'm like, why? If it's shitty, it's
Okay, I
shitty.
won't let you talk about Atlanta like that.
My God, dude.
It's fucking beautiful.
Downtown...
I love Atlanta.
But downtown, so off of Techwood, they were like, hey, if you go there after 10 o'clock, police are not going to come and help you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so good
I'll get
luck.
on the Ferris wheel.
Get on MARTA.
That Ferris wheel never used
The
to be
Marta's the
there.
best. It's clean as hell.
By the way, the head of Marta just killed himself.
Good for him.
How'd he die? How'd he kill himself?
COVID?
No, it's better.
Jumped in front of a train?
Yes.
Are you sure he didn't get pushed in front of a train and they're covering it up because the guy that did it wasn't white?
Apparently, there was some scandal about to hit or something, and he was just like,
Went out with a flare.
Yeah, it's poetic.
Yeah.
I gotta say
jumping in front
though,
of that train.
his last thought had to be, "Oh, this isn't painless. Like this isn't as quick as I thought."
I think it's pretty quick if you jump out in front of a train.
I don't
gotta be,
know,
right?
man. That doesn't
Unless you
seem as
live,
quick
like
as
if you
think.
touch, like if you hit the train and you bounce once or twice, yeah, that's gonna be.
Or you get like sucked under.
Yeah.
Just kind of grind
Yeah,
it
you've
up.
got to jump out and plank.
Yeah.
So you go head first.
You go
into
head
that bitch,
first.
Yeah. Or just
Like a
build
dart.
yourself a little platform and
just
just
be a-
lie down on it and stand like this or sit like this and wait for the train to come hit you in the face.
Have somebody shoot you out of a cannon.
at the train.
Now that would be the best.
It would be
obviously,
great.
yeah.
Nick, you want to go switch over there? We don't need anyone to listen. You don't have to listen on YouTube. Go over and switch. Who's the sponsor here for
My book.
MyBookie.com? Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles your deposits. All of these bets today will be on MyBookie.com odds. So right now for first-time users, if you put up to $1,000, they will double it. And congratulations. You wake up with $2,000 in your bank account to gamble on. This is the biggest gambling. This is the biggest gambling part of the entire year here. We're heading into the home stretch.
Yep.
Last weekend, New York opened up $150 million. The state of New York bet on last weekend's football games. There's no surprise that the average ratings for the games were 30 million because everybody in the state of New York had money on the game.
Yeah,
By the
we're
way-
seeing record wild. We just saw record wild card
Correct.
viewership
Yeah.
in the NFL.
You want to fucking gamble or whatever on something? I won't name the specific stocks, but they're all pretty fucking down. All the gambling stocks are at their 52-week low.
I have no idea why.
I know it makes
Well, I mean,
no
their,
sense.
their revenue stream is going to get cut off in March.
I
but-
know why. The Q3 was the last quarter to report for them. Q3 goes up until August. Football doesn't start till September, so you don't have those football numbers cooked in. That is the biggest time for gambling. So when they go back and look at Q4, which looking at it, that should come out in the next 10 days or so, it'll be through the fucking roof.
I don't know.
Everybody's betting on football.
Yeah, it'll definitely pop back up soon. People are going to find something else to gamble on.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're at that precipice now where people, it's part of the way that they enjoy. It's like instead of I used to watch X amount of hours of this and spend this amount of time on social media, and we would go to a movie this amount of times and dinner this amount of times a week. It's like I spend X amount of time talking shit to my buddies now. That's how we communicate
Yeah.
with each other, by gambling on shit.
Yes.
And that will not stop just because football. This might be the year. Maybe next year, but it might be this year where it just fucking really blows up.
What do you think?
Like this asshole betting on fucking like golf tournaments that none of us even know are happening.
Right.
No.
There's a
American
golf
Express
tournament
this
going
weekend.
on in Peru right now.
Yeah, how's your Mexican? You said you bet on a Mexican.
Yeah,
this
Abe
weekend.
Answer. He's kind of middling right now. He's at -6. He needs to get it.
You
get
hit
it going.
7 PGA events last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
0 this year.
There's been 2 tournaments.
Hey,
It's January.
You're 0 for 2, okay?
I'm 0 for 2.
You're 0 for.
Well, he's 0 for 1.5.
And the Mexican guy's going to lose.
Abe Answer?
Yeah.
Well, he plays the easiest course tomorrow, so we'll see if he'll actually have a shot.
What is he going to make the cut? How
So it's a weird tournament where you play 3 different courses, and the cut is tomorrow. So it's
I
a
see.
3-day cut instead of a 2-day cut.
and the final round is at one of the 3 courses?
is at the I believe the stadium course, which he's playing right now, which is the hardest course, and he's only -1 today, so he's -6 for the tournament. He's 7 back. Tomorrow, though, he can shoot 10 under because it's the easiest course. Like Cantley did that yesterday, and he might be in the mix. We don't know.
With my amateur circumcisions, I give a 3-day cut to some
Yeah.
people who ask for it. I take my time with it over 3 days. Don't take your time this weekend, though. Go to mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros will double your deposits. Bet with us or against us. I'm going to be fucking totally 100% honest here. This is the hardest group of games besides the Packers game to me that I've ever had to pick gambling-wise, and the spreads reflect it. We'll start with the first one. Bengals versus Titans. This is the 4:30 game. We will be at this game, D'Anthony.
Yep.
This is Titans -3.5. I want to start off by saying that Derrick Henry was taken off IR today. He is scheduled to start tomorrow, and he was in full contact practice. Looks bigger and faster than I've ever seen him, which is scary. So I think the game rests on him, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Well, we'll see. This was the first year. I think we talked about this last week, too. This is the first year in Derrick Henry's career that he had back-to-back 100-yard rushing games before Week 9, right?
Yep.
Usually he's off to a slow start, but by this time of year, he's a fucking bulldozer. He was a bulldozer earlier in the year, but then he missed half the season.
Yeah.
So is he back at 1? Or did he get off to a good start? He's still in that mindset, and his fucking fresh legs are going to carry him. I don't know the answer to that, to be honest. So I'm probably going to live bet this game over there.
Okay, because it's 3.5 right now. Over unders 47.5.
All things being equal, I think the Bengals are going to win this game because I think the Titans I think they beef it.
I want to see the Bengals win this game just because they're a sexier team. Mm-hmm. I enjoy watching Joey B. Who are you taking in this game?
I, too, would like to see the Bengals win. Mm-hmm. I love Joe Burrow. He's one of my favorite players in the league right now.
Yep.
But they're not going to win this game. I think Tennessee covers easy. I think Tennessee wins by 10.
Shit, why?
They're just better.
Just a heavy dose of Henry?
Yeah, not even that. They don't even need Henry. They're just a better team. I don't think the Bengals are that good. Top to bottom, especially on defense, they're not.
The Bengals are kind of like the Marlins last year's playoffs, right? They kind of eked in this whole situation.
They can score a ton of points, and that's what scares me about them.
And they play pretty decent defense. They're in the top third of the league.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, look, Mixon's got 1,200 yards rushing this year.
But for me, it's less about the Bengals and more about how the Titans, on a regular fucking basis, just fucking beef it.
Yes,
for no reason.
Yeah.
I know everybody's like, "What the fuck happened?"
Against bad teams, but they destroy
remember that
all the
Jets
good
loss.
teams.
But you're saying this is a bad team.
They're a playoff team. They're compared to the rest of the playoff teams. I don't think they're that
Fucking
good.
Eagles were a playoff team, brother. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, you're taking the Titans. All right, how about you, Hubba?
I kind of think the legend of Joe Burrow grows. The Titans might be the worst number 1 seed that I can ever remember.
Same.
I think we're sleeping on them.
I can't remember another team where I was like, them? How the fuck did they win the 1 seed? And they're really only the 1 seed because Kansas City jerked itself off for half
for
the
like
year.
4 or 5 straight games.
Yeah. I think the Bengals win this game. I'd probably take the points still just to be safe. But yeah, I don't know. I have no faith in the team.
I'm actually just going to take the Bengals money line. Fuck these guys.
I'm with you. I'm going to take the Bengals in this one. I'm going to take the points.
You know what's a game I just couldn't shake? Is that game the Bengals had against the fucking Chargers.
Wow, look.
And the Chargers ran them off the field.
But they came back.
But the Bills had a game against Jacksonville where they scored 9 points.
Yeah.
And Jacksonville sucks in every way that a team can suck.
And that was an Urban Meyer win.
Yeah, they have bad offense, bad defense, bad coaching. The uniforms suck, and the people that live in Jacksonville, fuck Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck Jacksonville. Oh,
I
what,
mean,
do you like the alligators?
Yeah, he's a big Southern Georgia fan.
Well, maybe not Jacksonville, but Jack's Beach Bars, Ponte Vedra.
Even though he is Delco, he wishes he was Florida.
I am Florida.
His
I rep
soul is
Florida way more.
Dude,
You'll retire to Florida, right?
Delco trash and Florida trash are like pretty. You just add alligators to Philadelphia, and this is what you get. Right?
Yeah, I will never go back. I'll never live in Philadelphia again or
No.
Delco, but
Why
I'll
would
live
you?
in Florida again.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go with the Bengals on this one just to ride the hot hand. I think they can score a ton of points in bunches. The only unknown is if Henry goes off for like 200 yards.
But still, it does, to Rob's point, it feels like one of those games earlier in a really great young player's career where they fucking make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
And this dude, he doesn't seem to give a shit about pressure or any of that stuff.
No.
And how many times, I mean, I guess it's a matter of how many times can he hook up with Jamar Chase and can mix and keep the ball moving down the field.
Well, I mean, you also have T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. I mean, they're fucking loaded. Receiver-wise, their line isn't that great still, but fuck, man, it hasn't stopped Burrow. He's got 4,600 yards on the season. Like, it's fucking crazy. Yeah. And I don't – if Tennessee gets down, who do they throw to? Julio Jones hasn't been healthy all year.
Is he even playing in this game?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's playing.
Julio Jones is Julio Jones.
He is.
He can pop out and play at any time. I'll never bet against him. But it hasn't been him not throwing himself the ball well either, right?
He's been hurt a lot of the year.
Yeah, he was hurt a lot, but he wasn't dropping passes when he was in either.
No, A.J. Brown's been hurt a lot. It's just the unknowns of this, and I'm with you, Bob. This is the worst one seed I've seen in a long time.
I can't remember a worse
That
one.
got a bye, and like the Bengals are hot, man. I'm gonna take the Bengals. We're sitting right behind the Tennessee team too.
Yeah.
We're in C-137. We're okay if you're there at the stadium.
Yeah, but
Come
if
and
you want to
say
go
hi.
with the maybe perhaps worst coach in the NFL, go for it, I guess. Zach Taylor's terrible.
Oh, for the Bengals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take Vrabel.
All
I'll
right.
take Vrabel in the matchup all day.
Maybe Harbaugh goes there.
To where?
He does love young quarterbacks. To Cincinnati. Get this guy out of here.
Man, that sentence almost got so.
Yeah, that guy.
He loves young quarterbacks.
loves
does.
Young,
Yeah.
young
He does.
quarterbacks, yeah.
As long as they don't eat a paranoid bird and chicken,
Sure.
have to eat steak.
God, I hate that guy so much.
Does he have a sleepover with Joe Burrow to decide?
Oh yeah,
Joe Burrow doesn't allow it.
matching onesies.
Yeah.
Burrow doesn't allow it.
I mean, he's an Ohio State guy, so he probably fucking whips his ass, right?
Well,
If he even
look,
shows up.
part of me, because look, I love beating Harbaugh every year, like for Ohio State. Part of me doesn't want him to leave. The
He's,
other part,
he's gone.
That's what I think too. The other part is if he does go, Michigan goes back into the dark ages because there's no coaches left.
Well, he that Georgia game made him realize that even if he beats Ohio State,
It
he
doesn't
can
matter.
win the Big Ten, whatever. It just doesn't matter. They ran right into their fucking ceiling when they played Georgia.
No.
And we won a lot of money off of that. I hopefully I'll win on the Bengals. I'm also going to tease this up to 9.5 in a teaser, but I'm going to take these points straight up. I'm not going to do money line on the Bengals because it could be a field goal game and I still win by half a point.
Tannehill's kind of like the Harbaugh of quarterbacks. Every year over the last 3 years, it's like, why the fuck is this guy the goddamn quarterback? And he has like a 3-game run. Everyone's like, yeah, sign him to a long-term
Yeah.
deal. And then he gets in the playoffs and
He's like the worst. He's like this somehow barely successful, but successful gross combination of Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Well, he was a receiver most of college.
Yeah.
Tannehill.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I remember Missouri playing against him. Like, I remember watching him play and just be like, even in college, like it still blows my mind because I remember watching him play so much that I'm like, how the fuck is this guy an NFL
Yeah.
quarterback for this long?
he's
I
not.
like Tannehill.
But that's how hard it is to be a somewhat decent quarterback in the NFL. That
No,
I
he's
like
fine.
Tannehill.
He's a good quarterback, but the difference between good and great is consistency.
100%. But you can't throw away a guy who's in the middle of the pack, who's going to take you to the playoffs in the 1 seed. Like, you just can't do it in the end. Same with Matt Ryan. You can't get rid of Matt Ryan either, where it's like, all right, yeah, I
Well, the
guess.
Falcons
Ryan
in the middle of a 3-year rebuild, and they haven't even started rebuilding yet, so I think they can afford to lose.
My
them.
God, dude.
Right?
I agree, but fuck. You
I've
know.
never seen a team be in a rebuild when they still have 2 of their best players from the old roster on.
Oh, yeah.
He's 36.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah.
Let him go.
God damn it.
Let him
man.
go to the Browns and try to win a Super Bowl. I don't get it.
That would be a good team.
Yeah. Next up, 49ers, Packers. This one, it's now up to 6. It started at 5.5 this week. I told some people in Drinkin' Bro Sports on Facebook, I was like, what do you think of that Packers game? This one is the only lock for me of the weekend. I'm all in on the Packers. I'm betting every single thing that I have on this, and I'll start. I will fucking start. The 49ers with Jimmy fucking Garoppolo. I don't believe in that goddamn team at all. They've got running backs that aren't really running backs. What is he throwing for? What's Garoppolo throwing for
In
a
this game?
175?
Well, in this game, it's going to be 12 degrees, so I say probably I bet
12.
I bet the over/under is 155. I'm going to go look.
One-
I'm not even kidding.
155. You mean 40? It's 47.
What? No, the over/under for his passing yards.
Oh, for his passing yard. Yeah, shit.
I'm
Goddamn,
going to find it right quick, but I bet it's super fucking low.
Yeah,
I'm not touching that. What I'm touching is the over for Elijah Mitchell rushing yards.
So Elijah Mitchell, he's had a great year filling in, right? He's close to 1,000 yards. He's been good this year.
Yeah. I think he's averaging close to 5 yards a carry.
Yeah. And look, Shanahan has been running the ball with him and Debo Samuel. It's odd to watch. It's almost like they don't trust Garoppolo, which I get.
They don't.
Yeah, he's not good.
I mean, before the game, they came out and said Garoppolo is not our quarterback next year.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to do right before a game.
Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, they beat the Cowboys with a better talent on both sides of the ball. So there is a shot. I just don't think in a million fucking years they will beat the Packers in Green Bay
Guess who's
at 12
practicing
degrees.
now, too?
Who?
Bosa. Bosa's back.
I don't care if Bosa's back. I love him, obviously, but I don't care if he's back. I still think Green Bay wins this by 2 touchdowns.
Well, the over-under for Garoppolo passing yards is 227.5.
Oh, under.
There's no fucking way.
Right. What's the attempt over under? Because I do like that.
let's
Because
see.
they're going to be down.
No.
They're going to have
Yeah.
to throw.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Pass completion.
I don't think Shanahan throws the ball more than 10 times this game.
It's going to be
Probably
12
not.
degrees at kickoff.
Yeah, 12 degrees.
He's going to dial up a game plan at 49ers. What's the money line right now?
2-1.
2-1? Mm-hmm. Give me that.
Yeah, so you're all in on the 49ers.
49ers win this game.
Okay. D'Anthony, who do you got in this one?
Packers.
Yeah, at -6, are you teasing this? Because I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this every fucking way that I can.
It's at 5.5 now.
Teasers. No, I've got 6 on my bookie right now.
I'm looking at my bookie as well, and it says 5.5.
I was like pretty into the 49ers for a minute, but then I thought about it, and here's
got
what's gonna happen. Aaron Rodgers, he's gonna look brilliant. He's gonna win the game. I agree. It's gonna be maybe double digits, like 10 to 14 points. Everyone's gonna jack off Aaron Rodgers like they do every year this time in the playoffs. Also, it'll be hilarious because a Mike McCarthy-less Packers will beat the shit out of a team that just beat the shit out of a Mike McCarthy team. So that'll be fun. And then Aaron Rodgers will do what he does, which is go to the NFC Championship game and fucking lose it next week. We're on narrative here.
Isn't this the same team that he lost to and then the 2019 Super Bowl, right? Didn't they lose to them and then the Rams played the Patriots?
I don't remember.
Or was it the Saints? Oh, it was the Saints because of that.
Oh, yes.
that
Yeah,
shitty,
the
that
bottom
shitty
pass
pass interference. Yeah.
Either way, I'm all in on the Packers on this game.
If it's
Bob's
6,
in on
I'll
the
still
Packers.
take 6.
Same here.
Yeah.
This same 49ers team just made the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Who was their
That's true,
quarterback?
Jimmy G.
Yeah. What happened to him?
They
What
had the
happened to the
lead.
guy that went to the Super Bowl?
They had the lead.
Why has he
They had a
looked like
2-touchdown
shit
lead.
ever since?
That doesn't. Everyone had the lead on the Chiefs.
Jimmy
that
G
year.
looked good in that Super Bowl.
What happened to him after that? It's not the same guy. I can't figure it out. Even the 49ers said this is not our quarterback.
He's
next
not
year.
our guy.
Well, I mean, what happened to him after that fucking Super Bowl? There was all the promise in the world for this guy, and then
So the Niners beat Green Bay at home that year in 2019. So they were the 1 seed. The Niners were. The only other team they played was fucking Minnesota, who had to win on that miracle pass. Remember or whatever, the Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah.
Like they ain't played nobody, Paul, that year.
The
Like,
Niners also played the Green Bay Packers this year. They won, or the Packers won by 2.
Yeah.
They're not covering.
the 49ers had to come back.
Give me
in
the
that game.
Niners and the points and give for sure the money line.
Gross.
They're winning this game.
Don't take that advice whatsoever.
And then also, if we're going to kind of dabble too.
Go ahead.
We're going to talk about a game.
No, is Dan at this point just fading the entire audience? Like,
I don't know.
Is
He
he
took the
working for
Steelers
MyBookie?
money line last week.
I didn't go Steelers money line.
And now this.
No, you went Steelers to the audience.
We went with the points. We went with
Okay.
12.5.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing here? Like, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. And they're just going to walk through this team. It's going to be 14 points easy.
Easy in this game. It's the only lock I have this weekend.
No.
Yeah.
Niners win this game.
Save Aaron Rodgers will shit his pants.
I will put
It'll be next
$1,000 on this game.
It may be this week or next week, yeah.
I will wear a cheese head on the next show or whenever we can get
You're
it.
going to have to wear it to that Super Bowl party because I think the Packers are going to the Super Bowl.
Okay, I'll wear a cheese head to the Super Bowl if the Packers win this game.
When the Packers beat the Chiefs, will you guys accept that they're going to be Super Bowl champions?
You mean if they win the Super Bowl, will I accept that the
Yeah.
Super Bowl? What do you?
'Cause that'll be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to probably have a protest where we storm
Lambeau.
Lambeau Field.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
So,
Next up, it's your favorite team, both you guys. The Rams.
Fucking pick.
Yeah, the Rams against the Buccaneers. This is Tampa Bay. Has this dropped down to 2.5? All right, so just to confirm, that Packers spread is at 6 on my bookie. Yeah, this has dropped down to 2.5. This started at 3.5, so this has dropped to full point. So people are betting on the Rams throughout the week.
Bucs are beat to shit.
They are 100%. So if they're going to lose, this is why this weekend's so tough. I could see them losing this game. We'll start with you, D'Anthony. Who do you got in this Rams-Bucs game?
I'm taking the Rams because it's in Tampa Bay, a place where fucking Brady has been lights the fuck out.
Yeah.
But it's -2.5 Tampa Bay. And the Rams are having to travel all the way across the country. They're going in the bad direction time zone-wise.
Right.
And they're playing at fucking Brady's home turf, and Vegas still thinks it's Tampa Bay -2.5, which is basically a pick 'em in the NFL. Rams all fucking day.
So you're taking the Rams?
I'm taking the Rams money line, and I'm going to fucking probably parlay that with some other stuff because I think that's a lock.
Okay.
Rams win the game.
So you have the Rams? Are you taking
On the
points?
field. No.
Money line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is a Rams win. Brady is the fucking GOAT and everything, but he rarely wins them back to back, right? I mean, his thing is he makes championship games every year.
He's the only guy that's won it back to back in the 21st century, right?
He is, but he
3
did
and 4, or when was it? Or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
I love the Rams. I think the Rams are fully hitting their stride, and we said earlier,
They're
they have
peaking at the right
an
time.
elite defensive player at every level.
Yeah.
OBJ and Cooper Kupp. Stafford doesn't even have to be great.
And they also have Cam Akers back along with Sony Michel, and they have Matt Stafford, who if he doesn't have direct pressure on him, pretty fucking good, right?
Yeah.
And when I say direct pressure, I don't mean people rushing him. I mean he's like Andrew Wiggins, he's not going to be the guy, but he can be the guy for these guys for sure. With all that talent around him, shit.
Cam Akers looks really, really fucking good. And he had 2 runs of 20-plus yards that were called back by penalties. He looked really goddamn good.
And Sony Michel. He's fucking one of the most consistent running backs over the last
steady. He's fine.
He's been in the league for 35 years now.
I just can't bet against Brady. So with this one, I'm going to take the Bucs. And this one, I'm going to go against the grain. I don't believe in this Rams team. I just don't. I'm sorry.
We might be watching this at the Nashville airport in the Amex lounge.
No, well, actually, so this is the 3:00 game, so that'll be 2:00. We'll actually be watching this as we taste our seltzers before they go into the can.
Well, it'll be 3:00
at the brewery. Yeah,
I was going to say the Amex Lounge, they're only going to have golf.
They'll put on whatever the fuck I tell them because I am a goddamn priority pass holder.
Yeah, so we'll be watching this at the brewery, but I can't bet against Brady. I don't believe in the Rams. I think either they're out this week or next week. It wouldn't shock me if they won this week, but I don't think they're going into Green Bay and winning next week. Either way, they're out. I don't.
Who, the Rams?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. If the Rams beat the Bucs, which I think they will, they're passing a psychological hurdle that is way bigger than Aaron fucking Rodgers at Lambeau fucking Field.
You got to remember, this is a little bit of McVay revenge.
Yeah, yeah. This is a lot of McVay revenge, and it's also Tom Brady in the playoffs versus Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, and their records in the playoffs are like Michael Jordan's and LeBron James. Right?
Yeah.
No offense to Aaron Rodgers, he's one of the best to ever do it, but he's not been great in the playoffs. Right. Oh, his individual performance has been good, but as far as winning games,
yeah, he's only got 1 Super Bowl, and he's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. I'll go against the grain and go with the Bucs on this one. Let's hear a weirdo's pick. Giorgio, who do you got?
Bucks. The Rams aren't ready to take down Tom Brady, and just the Brady he doesn't win it this year, but he makes it close. He makes it to the conference championships.
Yeah, there we go, Giorgio.
What the fuck is he talking about?
He knows. Now,
Did you not see the smoke cloud that floated past here like a minute ago?
Yeah, it's funny. His and my smoke clouds will meet in the middle sometimes.
And kiss.
Yeah, they just kiss a
and
little
they'll
bit.
fuck and make a little smoke baby.
It's like Smug from South Park. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
I haven't picked many, but have I missed a football bet this year? I know I've only done 4 of them, but I think
one
I'm
you
4
did.
and 4.
Yeah, one you did.
Yeah.
But you've been good. Even this, you know, you've been perfect on actually is the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
You've not missed a Super Bowl, and you and I were the only one that took the Bucs last year.
I mean, we're the only ones taking the Packers this year.
No, the
Really,
Bucs
really.
this year, yeah. And the Packers to win it all. Next up is, look, this could be the Super Bowl. This is the fucking greatest game of the weekend. Bills against the Chiefs. This is Chiefs -2.5 at home. This is the night game on Sunday nights. Can't think of a better night game. Congratulations. The ratings will be through the roof on this one. D'Anthony, we'll start with you. Who do you got?
Same situation, right? It's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs at home -2.
Yeah, -2.5. Same exact spread as Brady.
That's not good. That's not a good sign for the Chiefs that it's like that. I mean, Vegas doesn't miss, especially in the NFL. College is all over the place, but in the NFL, the amount of times they miss the spread by more than 2 or 3 points is super fucking rare.
Especially in the NFL,
Yeah, especially in the NFL. So I think I'm going to go with the Bills' money line here for a number of reasons. The other reason is because Mahomes' brother and fiance or whatever, I don't want to see any more of that shit.
No. Needs to cut him out of there.
I don't think America wants to see any more of that shit.
No more Jackson Mahomes.
No, or his fucking dumbass wife. I don't want to see any of that shit.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
She seems like a nice lady, so I'm not gonna go all in on her. Who do you got here? Bills versus Chiefs.
So I'm going to give you a value play
Here we go.
right now. You want some juice?
There it is.
This is how.
There it is.
This is how people get fucking coerced into vans and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Right here. He's got free candy written on the side of his book.
A value, by the way, a value pick at -2.5. Okay, let's hear this.
So right now, I believe on mybookie.com,
Yes.
you can get Rams-Bills Super Bowl matchup
Yep.
for 14-1.
Yeah. Yeah. You can.
Give me that.
You know why it's so high?
Give me the Rams-Bills Super Bowl 14-1.
You know why it's so high? Because it's not going to happen.
If the Bills win this game, are they going to the Super Bowl?
The Bills will. The Rams will not. So I think
Rams beat the Bucks. They're not going to the Super Bowl?
no, absolutely not, because they're going to have to play the Packers at Green Bay, and it's probably going to be even colder than it is this week. It only gets colder up there in January. With this game, though, I think the winner goes to the Super Bowl. The Bengals are a fun team to watch. Titans are hit and miss, like Dan says. I think you can eliminate those two. This should be the AFC Championship, but it's not. It came a week early. We're all #blessed for getting to watch this, but the winner of this goes to the Super Bowl. And I'm not sure, only because of the Chiefs. Do they decide to show up? Bob, who do you got?
Chiefs all day.
Yep.
I think 2 is whatever. I'll take that. I don't give a shit. The Chiefs are easily the better team. They're better coached. They're better. Not that the Bills are badly coached, but they're better coached. They've got better weapons. They've got better everything. Their defense is good. We're just like used to the Chiefs now. We're like used to the brilliance of the Chiefs. So we're not. We kind of undervalue them a little bit. They're going to win. And also, this is They're at Arrowhead on a Sunday night. Like, that stadium is going to be fucking bananas.
It's loud as shit.
Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest advantages that Buffalo had in beating the shit out of the Patriots was home field. Not just the temperature, but, I mean, that stadium was going nuts. Like, they're in about as a hostile environment as you could have in the NFL. I love the Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes is brilliant. I don't care.
You realize you're talking to a man who was at the Buffalo KC game on a Sunday night at home in Arrowhead. What was the final score of that game? Bills by 90?
Yeah, I think they won by several hundred points.
They're not doing it twice.
I don't think so either. I'll break this tie. Well, no, it'll have to be Georgia that breaks the tie. I'm with you on the Chiefs at -2.5. Even worst case scenario, this comes down to a field goal. You still cover on this. I think the Chiefs show up and play.
Yeah.
And they showed up last week. I think they show up and play again. Same reason I'm taking Tampa Bay. I'm not going to bet against Mahomes yet. I'm not ready to do that. And if the Chiefs turn it up, Jesus Christ, they're going to drop 45 again.
The Chiefs are still the best team in the league on paper.
Yes.
Sure, yeah, but the Bills could just as easily drop 45 on the Chiefs. The Chiefs' defense isn't like they're fucking. I mean, they've got a couple of key good elements, but overall, their team defense is fucking dog shit.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a great game.
They get into good circumstances because they've got a pretty good secondary, and they get up on teams and force them to have to pass the ball. But if fucking Buffalo can run the ball, right, and they also force the Chiefs to run the ball because they have the best pass rush in the NFL, top 2 maybe. That's a whole different ball game than either one of you guys are describing.
Who do you got, Giorgio, to break this tie here? Bills, Chiefs.
It's hard. It's hard, especially being in Arrowhead. Like, Chiefs are clearly the better team. Arrowhead is really that stadium. But are they going to be asleep for the first 2 quarters is the question. And the Bills are the kind of team where, like, if they go up early, can the Chiefs bail themselves out? Like,
That's a good question.
I see the Chiefs winning by a field goal here. I think Arrowhead is enough to push them over the top. But, like, the Bills can sucker punch them, man. But I got Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bills are not the Steelers. If they go up 7 or 14 early on, it's going to be tough for the Chiefs to just come back on them. Like, they have the best pass rush in the NFL, or one of the top pass rushes in the NFL. That's a problem for the Chiefs.
Can I recommend another sweet bet for you if you really believe in the 49ers?
Yep.
A lot of these win totals, or win by 1-6, win by 7-12, I bet those all the time privately, just because the odds are great. If you really believe in the 49ers, to win by 1 through 6 points to win the game is plus 420.
Okay.
To win by 7-12 is plus 750.
No.
So
it's a one possession game.
So you think it's 1-6? Okay. That'll pay off at 420. I mean, that's better than the 2-1 money line.
Blaze it.
Yeah, blaze it on that one. There is prop bets up for the first 2 games on Saturday, not Sunday yet. I'm assuming they're waiting for an injury report. Obviously, these 2 games are tomorrow, so we know everybody's in for tomorrow. There's even a fucking crazier. I mean, you can go up as high as like 60 points on these goddamn things. It's crazy, but I'm going to be doing a lot of teasers with this simply because 3 out of 4 of these games could go either way. I could see the Bills winning. I could see it. The only one I can't see is that Packers game, but the rest of it, like I could see the Rams winning for sure.
I would say, honestly, if you want to have some fun, lightly sprinkle an all-dog parlay.
Oh, shit, yeah.
All-dog money line parlay. Fuck it.
Let it ride.
Except for the 49ers. I just can't.
Niners are winning.
I can't, dude.
If the Niners don't win, I said, Super Bowl party, I'll wear a cheese head.
Yeah, cheesehead for the day. Cheesehead for
Nick, go ahead and order that cheese head.
Yeah, go ahead and order that cheese. What size head are you?
Medium.
Large. I don't know.
Medium.
Larger. I don't know what size you order a cheese head in.
Fitted hats.
I would prefer we go back to the milk challenge and he chugs a gallon of
No,
cheese.
we're not trying to kill him. All right.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That was a rough night for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also like milk. I don't like
Yeah.
cheese. That
What?
much. I don't like cold cheese. It doesn't.
Will you
I
wear
like
the
nacho cheese. You get it'll be warm.
You gotta
I
have
only like pizza, really.
one gym sesh with the cheese head on. Where do you go? What's your gym?
Lifetime. Or I go to 10th Planet and roll around with the cheese head.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll do that.
All dog money line parlay right now is plus 3604.
Shit. So if you put a hundo on that,
$3,600.
wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'm not touching the 49ers.
That's actually. I'll
crazy.
probably leave that one off. That takes it all the way down to 1155.
Does it really?
It's
that
mostly
49ers game, no one believes it.
Whatever,
except for-
10x your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking A, dude. Either way, it's going to be a fun weekend. Again, we will be at the Titans game tomorrow afternoon. If you're there, join us. It's section C137. We're in row K, and we'll have some drinks with you, some laughs, some fun. Hopefully Joe Burrow is just as exciting as he was last week. Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Promo code DrinkinBros will double your deposit. For D'Anthony Holloway, Delco Dan, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson, and Papa Giorgio back there with the game decisive picks there. There it is. And then join us for Jack Sesh, Friday Night Jack Sesh. How long until that starts?
Probably about 5:30.
Okay, 5:30 on 5:30 our time?
Yeah, Patreon.
6:30 East Coast. Join us on Drinkin' Bros Podcast Patreon.